I think we are complete. Let me just check one more time and then we can start. I think I miss Shreyas. Is it okay if we can wait for one more minute from Shreyas and then we can start? Uh, Maybe meanwhile, we can start with introductions and let Shreyas join because we have 1 hour and we have some experiences of wrapping up very fast the panel from the previous one. So let's get started. So I would like to ask Agatha first of all to take up the stage and introduce herself and also this panel to get kick-started.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, everybody, for joining our panel, learning on the edge of science, of new innovations. Thank you, audience, everybody who is listening to us for joining, and I hope we will have a fruitful discussion. I'm an assistant professor of bioastronautics group in Faculty of Space Technologies at AGH University of Kraków. And my hobby is AATC. I still name it a hobby because I really love this work. I really love organizing analog missions. And thank you so much that you joined us in celebration of this moment, a milestone, 100 analog missions.
Thank you so much for your introduction, Agatha. I would like to introduce myself. I am Priyanka Pabishetty, and I'm moderator of this panel session. I'm really honored to moderate the panel and also work together with Agatha to organize this beautiful panel session. I am working as a full stack developer in one of the renowned banks in Netherlands. Right now, I'm in India. I just arrived in India yesterday, and I'm in the middle of jet lag and everything. So sorry if I make some mistakes. Just ignore it, please. Also together with my study, my work, I like to study and I like to be a part of space industry. For which I did analog astronaut training this August with Agatha, and I really loved it. I know why I really love space industry, and I really want to make a difference in it. Like all of us here together, we have one dream that's called space. Um, thank you so much, and I welcome you all as part of organizing committee once again. Thank you. Before we start with the panel, I would like to add few guidelines. I've already added a lot of them in the email that I shared with you all, but just few basic ones. First, please make sure that you guys raise hands, use React button to raise hands so that we can have fruitful discussions whenever you want to make a point or present your perspective. We would have few questions in the panel that we would present one by one, and we will give chance to everyone to present their point of view. Second would be that we would have like 1 minute timer because we have a lot of participants and we want everyone to speak for themselves, their perspectives, and we also want to check time because it's important that we wrap up in a very good manner. That's what we learned from the previous panel that we had before. So we would have 1 minute time, and we would really be happy if you respect the time. The timer would be clicking, and it would be visible on the screen. So don't think of it as a time bomb, but more like a time management part. And yeah, I already see all of them having their video cameras on, and I see beautiful faces already. So thank you so much. We will be recording this video, and we would be posting it on our AATC YouTube channel. So it will be available for everyone to listen to you, and also who have missed it already, they can be a part of the panel session later. So those are the guidelines from my end, and we can finally kickstart this panel session. So for kickstarting this panel session, I would like to ask one by one everyone to give a small introduction to us, starting with Roxana. We have met before, but the panel is new, so we would like to ask you to introduce again.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Agatha. My name is Dr. Roxana Perrier. I'm a space science and physics teacher at IPSA in France. IPSA is an aeronautics and space engineering school. And I'm collaborating with AATC for over 5 years already. I'm also the head of partnerships for the Toulouse campus and an analog astronaut. As you can see, I put on my flight suit for honoring the 100 mission with AATC, and congratulations to them. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Roxana. I wish I could do the same, but I missed on time. Over to you, Celia.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm psychologist, psychotherapist, space psychologist, and aviation psychologist, and I was participating as well in EMPOL 1021, and I'm also in the part of the group, the Neurotech Lab at the University of Cadiz, and we are doing cognitive psychology.
Thank you so much, Selena. Sorry. Thank you so much, Celia. Welcome to the panel. Over to you, Pasna.
Hi, hello, namaste. Thank you so much for this. I am Upasna from India. Currently, I am doing my PhD in Kalir, Italy. So basically, it's more about the biotechnological application of microalgae in long duration space mission, always the space, and planning to make the space as well as Mars greener. So yes, short introduction about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to the panel, Upasna. Over to you, Evelina.
Hello, everyone. I'm Evelina. I am biomedical engineer. Right now, I'm PhD student at AGH in Krakow at Faculty of Space Technologies. So these space-related topics are close to me. And I participated in EMPOL 13 mission as a communication officer.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the panel, Evelina. And please, guys, forgive me if I mispronounce your or misspell your names. That's why I thought it was best idea for you to introduce yourself rather than me doing it. Over to you, Jakob.
Hello, everyone. It's really nice to see you. I'm Jakub. I'm PhD student at Gdańsk University of Physical Education and Sport, located in Gdańsk in Poland. Privately, I'm also a physiotherapist, trainer, and I deliver courses on training and anatomy for trainers. Currently, my main research scope is human stress reaction and physical activity in analog missions. And also I'm educating about human adaptations to isolated extreme environments. Thank you.
Thank you, Jakob. Welcome to the panel. Over to you, Hannah. I think it's Anna
It's
or
Hannah.
Hannah. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah. I'm from Armenia and I am a robotics engineering student. I finished my bachelor's now, and I was part of the Lotus mission at AATC, and I'm really happy for this opportunity to be here and to reconnect with everyone. And congratulations on 100th mission. Actually, we discussed this when we first met with Agatha. She was telling about this, that soon we'll have the 100th mission and we'll celebrate it. And I cannot believe that it's already happening.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Welcome to the panel. Over to you, Nasir.
Thanks for having me here. I'm Nasir Rizwan from Pakistan, and I'm building analog research station here in Pakistan, which is going to be based on the actual technology of Mars. And excited to be here with a lot of like-minded people.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the panel, Nasir. Over to you, Inia. I think we can't hear you. Your voice is breaking a little bit in here.
Pragati from India. I'm to be here. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but quite low.
Okay, maybe you can hear like right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Inia Pragati, Assam Public School, Chennai. I was in Mission Biosignal time and Mission Possible. So thanks for Agata giving this opportunity. And I'm more focused on human performance and peace. So nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for joining. It's really a pleasure for us to have you here. We have read a lot of good stories about you, and I follow you as well. So really glad to have you. Welcome to the panel, Inia. So let's get started with the panel. I will present questions one by one, and then we can raise hands. Whoever wants to present their ideas, we will give stage to one person at a time. And it would be like a timer for 1 minute for each person. And you can use your chats as well if you have other questions that you want to ask. So let's get started. The first question that we have is, how can analog missions be structured to maximize educational value? I repeat, how can analog missions be structured to maximize education value? Oh, hello. Yeah, Jakob, go ahead. I think you're speaking on mute.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Yeah, that's when you start being a researcher, your technical skills start to decrease pretty fast. So,
No
okay.
worries.
So, thank you once again. Hello again, guys. When it comes to my opinion about this topic, is that we have first of all to have clear structure of mission day by day, hour by hour, taking also emergency simulations under consideration, so we can particularly focus on our main goals and objectives rather than adjusting the schedule for like throughout the mission. So the clearance will give us better focus during the mission. Also encouraging of internal training of crew members. So for example, if mission engineer feels keen on simple electronic system, maybe he would also be able to conduct a quick workshop for other crew members. Maybe commander would give some kind of workshop about crew dynamics throughout the mission. So interdisciplinary missions are valuable tool for this growth of future space-oriented teams. So it would be good to optimize the balance of the roles to ensure that we have plenty of roles and every crew member can give his or her skills also to the others. Thank you.
Thank you. I really agree with this point because Jakub and me were in the same analog mission, and we got this as our learnings from our mission, that we should have like a structured structure for, or a structured way of working together, because by the time we get the structure together or as a team, it's already time to leave. So we felt that this is something which should be really added. And also the workshop that he added was, yes, we all were interested in electronics, and one of our team member, also like our engineer, he conducted a workshop. He helped us to understand electronic components, and we really had a good time enjoying this electronic workshop. So yeah, I totally agree. Over to you, Roxanne.
Okay, from experience, very quickly, as a commander of Ample 1, what I appreciated the most was the preparation together. So evaluating the added value of each crew member, depending on his human values and his technical values. And then having a real schedule, like we had the chance to have a super MCC, and we had a real good schedule, everyday schedule with briefing, debriefings. And from lessons, 4 lessons learned, that was a really good point. The fact that we can recover data, recover as much as technical as human data, because it was really structured. So preparation and identifying really well the added value of each crew member. And for education, that's the first step for my engineer students, was the first step to the science, real research science field. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. I totally agree. And over to you, Agatha.
Hey, I wanted to add that usually our missions are not very well prepared intentionally because we are running fast adaptation research. So we don't want to have any detailed schedule. But we are planning now to create bigger missions like Colony 1 we already did, and we already learned a lot that these kind of missions for 30 people, 50 people, these must be planned in details and prepared in details in order to get a very nice educational and also scientific outcome. And because of that, we are now developing, we received a grant for Erasmus Plus Space Ready. And just before Christmas, we will deliver everyone open access course to prepare analog mission. So we are working 5 countries on that now. And I strongly encourage you already now. And next, yes, we are building a new tools in Faculty of Space Technologies that will schedule in details every 5 minutes, like on ISS, this schedule.
Once we were out, like on the half time of our analog mission, we realized that Agatha did it for a reason, that we need to learn and adapt, and also like adapt to the schedule and come together as a team member. One of our team member, like our crew member, he created a panel. We made use of our desktop. We really created alarms, and it used to go off. We had color system. We created our own structure. We created different kinds of things to make us remember. And we also had our panel to show who is going to go next for gym workout, or who is missing circadian, or who is missing what. So that really helped. And we got ourselves together soon. So we understand why it was messy in first place, because that was needed. I totally agree. Does anyone wants to add anything on this question? Yes, Upasana.
Yes, perfect. So for me, I would say I would rather like to go to a technical side of this. When I say this, me myself being an analog astronaut, I have been a part of this. So I would say a little going technical when I say that. It means that when the psychological part, biological part, and engineering part working together. That means getting a loop system, a circulating loop. When I delve deeper to that, I would say, okay, I'm constantly looking at the timer, so it's getting a little stick, but okay, I'll try to be short. When I say that, let's imagine growing a small plant or a microalgae or something like a microgreens, and we monitor how much oxygen is coming out of it. And this oxygen, how much it is going to the astronaut body or something related to that. And this is further, which already we are doing, measuring the breathing system or maybe the glycogen level or the glucose level. And this is where you make a circular loop out of it. So keeping it to very short, that the full cause and effect of the mission will be inside it. That is, the biological, technical, and the human will be correlated to each other, not different separate modules. Thank you.
You will be fine. Don't worry about the timer. But yeah, you will get used to it by the time you are at the end of the panel. And you really made a good point. Yeah, definitely. The way we are together as a crew with different sites and experiences, that really helps. And definitely, it's like a closed loop, but a lot of information and a lot of outcomes out of it, because they are related to each other. Anyone else want to add point to this question? Okay, I take it as a no. We'll go with the second question. So the second question is, what skills, technical and soft, are best taught through analog experience? I repeat, what skills, technical and soft, are best taught through analog experience? You guys can raise your hands, and maybe I'll give you stage one at a time then. Upasana, is that a raise hand for this question? Okay, go forward.
Sure. Okay. So when we talk about the technical and the soft skills, I would say in this platform, like the analog astronaut missions, everything is competing for your attention. When I say that, it will be more like the biological part, the psychological part, and the emotional part. So in this, the technical and human skills are very seemingly fused with each other. When I say that, we have emergency simulation in the missions. I'm providing everything with example to give you more insights or maybe making it more understandable. Emergency situations, it's not only about how psychologically you react when something is happening to you. It also comes with the technical side of it. So how are you fixing it? How constant is your calm mind, and how you are reacting to it? So this is where technical and soft skills line next to next and parallelly. So this experience like cultivate the mindset vitally both for astronaut and the scientists. It's not just the operators, I would say astronauts. Thank you.
I totally agree. I feel like they both are important because if you're technically good, but not able to speak it out, it won't be of any help. So you need both of them together. Yeah. Over to you, Roxana.
For me, one of the skills that are most important and they are developed during an analog mission is adaptability and crew interaction. Like if you are aware of yourself, even if for the short amount of time that you spend with your crew is 1 week, you are able to see on yourself the changes that it will induce by interacting with the other crews. So soft skills or technical skills, they will all depend on your capacity of interacting with the other crew members. And you will apply Newton's law, action reaction. This is the way it will go for everyone. So for me, those are the skills this is the skill, and it's technical and soft skill when it comes to an analog mission. Thank you.
I totally agree, and I think all the panelists here will also agree with that. While every panel person is speaking about all these soft skills and technical skills, I feel like I am going back to the time when I was in the analog mission, and also every point that everyone is mentioning, I am reflecting on that, and it really helps to understand, oh, this is something which is really needed, or this was something which I was struggling with. So I totally agree, Roxana. Over to you, India.
Yeah, hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, it's quite clear.
I think a lot of missions have taught me that the lessons are not just about science and technology, it's about the people as much as the equipments. On the technical side, I have learned the importance of planning, preparing experiments in advance, learning each pieces of the equipments and like so many stuff. And the soft skills taught me like what they really stick with me. I have learned patience, how to connect with my crew, develop a deep bonding and collaborate under the pressures and staying focused. And living and working closely together in the isolation environment shows me that it's like every day that teamwork is so important, because the moment it's just 1 week, the mission is just 1 week, and the last day arrives, and the whole team was like, wait, how did this whole week went? And in that 1 week we developed close bonding with each other, and I think it's the both soft skill and technical skill is important.
Well said, Ania. I totally agree with that. Over to you, Jakob.
So when it comes to my point of view, when it comes to technical skills, I think that data collection and use of scientific tools is highly important, because sometimes we use devices during our mission that we have never used before, so we can continuously learn how to develop our scientific skills. When it comes to soft matter of our skills and self-growth, it's mainly about team cohesion, so we can participate in mission and we can learn that we are all together with the same problems, probably. We are also working under pressure, so we are learning on how to manage time while working under high stress environment. Also, problem-oriented approach to the problem, so we have a problem and we think on how to fix it rather than just rethinking it all the time. And mainly the best thing about the space analog environment and what we can learn is that we work in multicultural environment. So we work together in a common goal because we are like all equal as a humanity, as a human beings, and in our society.
Very well said, Jakub. Thank you for your point. Over to you, Hannah.
Thank you so much. And I do agree with Upasana's point. I'm sorry if I'm misspelling, that the technical and soft skills are going hand in hand. And actually, one of the things that I learned during the all analog missions that I did is that you don't need to fear about things that you don't know, and you need to be transparent, and it's okay to be weak. And because I grew up always not showing like my weak sides and also never like letting myself to cry and etc. But during my last mission, it was a month like long mission and we were 9 people on board, so it was like a little bit different than a regular mission. So I found myself being weak, and I am so happy that I got the strength inside me to speak up and to talk about this. And that's one thing that I would love to, like this experience to give to the next generation of analog astronauts, to the new analog astronauts, to not be afraid and to speak up always.
I totally agree. During my analog mission as well, I felt we all have our weak sides, we all have our strengths. But I felt like this analog mission was more on working on our weaker side and trying to be friends with it, and also be friends with your team members, because some has the ability to talk about their problems, some doesn't. And that's why we are here together, to give each other good space enough for them to come up and talk, or force themselves sometimes, because we are in this together for 7 days. We won't be like going out as all. So
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. And the more you work on it,
the thing is that since we are all foreigners and we are enclosed in one space, it's like really hard to open up, right? You are like really afraid that people will judge you, that people will feel like, oh, she's weak and etc. But like that's just in your head, and that's not the reality. And yeah, it's better to be judged rather than dying inside.
definitely, because we are there together. If something goes wrong with us, they would be the first one to help us out. So it's better to acknowledge it and work on it. I would like to give the stage to Evelina.
I think that soft skills are really important, because when you are locked with 5 people for a week, you have to organize, to make anything to function as a whole organism. I mean, mitigate conflicts, don't interfering with each other tasks. Like, for example, some people may cook this time, some other may clean. That's have to be structured and somehow. And creativity is really important, I would say, because sometimes we are lacking of resources. We don't have anything that we are supposed to be having for our experiments. So the creativity of doing something out of nearly nothing, it may help your experiment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, as I mentioned at the very beginning as well, like if we are good at something, but we are not, or bad at something, but we are not vocal, it would be difficult for us to get along with each other. So yeah, well said, Evelina. I would like to give stage to Nasir.
Yeah, so I would say both of them matters a lot. Talking from my experience, we have had like 300 plus analog missions at MDRS. And there's one thing that has been noticeable in all of them is while you're placed there for 14 days, after 5 to 6 days, you start to feel the psychological aspects of isolation, the emotional mood swings. And during that period, how you coordinate with your team while still not compromising on the integrity of mission really teaches you how to sharpen your soft skills, which will be actually be very important in the actual space missions. Talking about the technical skills, I would say analogs give you a chance to implement or try your technical skills in a way that haven't been done before. I mean, suppose if you are a telecom engineer, like we have one research area which is satellite communication system, how it would be communicating with others on the planet Mars. So what we're doing is we are simulating the Earth-Mars delayed communication protocols, in which we are actually practicing the real-world communication issues such as the latency, bandwidth, emergency redundancy. So it actually teaches us to employ our technical knowledge in a way that will be seeing them on the actual red planet. So I would say the mix of it, the soft skill and the technical skill, really helps us implement our skills in a way that really teaches us a lot about how we can sharpen this during the analog missions.
Very well said. Thank you, Nasir, for your perspective as well. Over to you, Celia.
Thank you so much, because we have now the cooperation, and I feel so in the psychological safety to say, I don't know where's the hand, but the point is what we have. No, I think for me was the psychological safety in the sense that adjustment, and I would love also think about a manual in the sense of the technical for the not technician people as me, for example, and also a manual. I'm talking about also psychological manual, not in the sense that maybe when we are in the group and we feel comfortable, yeah, you can speak about something or you can speak about your questions, problems, but also in the communication. No, there are two types of communication, and this is, I think, could be very interesting that we can in a technical style and a psychological style. But for me, it's also that privately, when you have time for you, mini time, you can read something and you can cool down if you don't have time for meditation or something like this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celia. I totally agree. And that really helps. For example, as Professor Hoff says, if you don't feel like doing it, that's okay. Everything's going to be fine. That's okay. Those 2 words and 2 sentences really helped us out during the entire mission. And yeah, that was one of our favorite part of the mission, I would really say. And Jakub can also agree with that. I think we have heard a perspective on this question from everyone. Anyone would like to add something more?
Something.
Sure.
So actually, managing the schedule is so I don't say that's difficult, but it's the main task which like my team, our crew was focusing on, because we were not able to manage the time. But after the dinner and there was a socializing time, and we have to write our reports at the night, and we were literally trying our best to spend at least as much as this time we can for socializing each other, how we feel about the day, is everything okay? And it was like amazing for us.
I totally agree, and I think all of us agree on that as well. Roxana, yes.
Yeah, I was just wanting to add on that. As a commander, I almost obliged my crew to dance every night after the dinner. We were dancing, and Agata was laughing at us because every night after the dinner, I was putting music on and I was making all my crew dance, whatever. And they were like, at first they were like, I don't know how to dance. And I was like, I don't care. Just do whatever your body says to do. We were doing yoga at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning after Polish videos. But it was so liberating because we were learning about ourselves, how we are able to do things that we never thought we would do. Because honestly, 2 weeks before, if you had told me that I will do that, I wouldn't even dare to say, yeah, you were right. So yeah, putting boundaries also, that's nice.
Yeah, Definitely, definitely. Looking at time, we have 2 more questions left. So let's get back again for the questions. Um, so the third question that I would like to ask the panel is that what role does public outreach and storytelling play in analog education? I repeat, what role does public outreach and storytelling play in analog education? And I have like I must say in the panel we have wonderful people here from whom I want to really hear about it. Over to you, Hannah.
Thank you so much. So actually, I can talk about this topic forever because after my mission, I started a podcast about analogs, and I'm talking there with like analog astronauts about their missions, their challenges. Because after the mission, I went back to Armenia, and I faced this like contrast because when I was in Europe, everyone knew about analog missions, everyone was excited, and in Armenia, I was invited for a conference, and I was talking about analog missions, like really excited as I usually do, and no one actually knew what analog mission is. First of all, what is the connection of analog missions to like real space research? And even one person told me that we are doing a theater and we are actors, so it's not a real science. So that's why like all these thoughts, all this like feedback that I got from other people that are not really into the topic, which is sad, forced me to do more outreach and talk more about analog missions. And I can proudly say that now in Armenia, in schools at least, people know what analog mission is and they are interested and they have the idea why we're doing this and what is like space research, and also that like it's not science fiction and they can get involved in that. So that's, I think, really important thing that I achieved, and I am passing the torch to everyone, all the analog astronauts in the world, to continue in their country and in their community.
As I mentioned, there were like a lot of people that I already follow, and I have stories and I've read about their blogs. Hannah was one of them, Inia is one of them, and more of them. And I would really like to do the same in my community and other places as well. So thank you so much, and we are really proud of you, Hannah. Over to you, Inia.
Thank you.
Did you call my name?
Yeah, over to you, Inia. You can
Okay.
present your point.
Okay. I think we can form like STEM focused groups in schools for creating awareness with space missions and importance of human space flight. And also university students should be encouraged to do some like some programs on STEM and space. Identifying the human spaceflight research on both school and universities will also help to train them further towards the isolation missions, and also keeping their curiosity consistently is the key to collaboration and more focus on engagement.
I totally agree with that. Like the younger self of mine would be very happy when if I got this opportunity that people and students nowadays get because of the outreach and the publicly available information. So I'm really happy that it's information that has been shared with other students from the very young age, and they know that this is also a part of career that they can look forward to. Over to Agatha.
Thank you for giving me the voice. From my point of view, I believe that all analog astronauts are ambassadors of human spaceflight research. And this is number one, because this all exploration work comes from public money. So when we show that we are interested in this, we approve that this is something meaningful. And this is probably number one very important thing what we are doing for public outreach. We also gain by ourselves because we participate in analog missions, we create the history and people start to know us. We attend seminars, conferences, several meetings. You say even in virtual world, we are appearing and appearing, bringing this information. that we are curious, that we want to explore, we want to test ourselves in a different way. And this is very inspirational for other people, not to sit in front of TV, but to do something.
Totally agree. Over to you, Roxana.
Yeah, for me, outreach is central also, because when I first began to get interested in the subject, like more than 5 years ago, so 6 years ago, and they told me, you can do it. I was like, no, really? And then 4 months later, I was in Poland in the analog mission, and then 1 week later, I was the flight director, and then I was just like absorbed in that flow with going and participating in more and more analog missions, organizing, talking about it, inspiring people, looking in the eyes of the people who are in front of me and seeing like lights just lighten up, stars from everyone in front of you. You're an astronaut. No, I'm an analog astronaut, but I'm hoping one day maybe I'll get to be a real one. I'm a real analog astronaut. I'm an ambassador of space science. I'm an ambassador of research in close environments. So yes, outreach is there in the middle of it.
But I would like to add one more point. It was also the light in your eyes that was shining, bright enough for them to see that how big your dreams are and how they can also reach at the place that you are. So it was the point that you were communicating. Over to you, Upasna.
Okay, for this, I would really like to point a personal note. I never knew that I would have been a very great storyteller until unless I got a chance from Magata in Novels of 2024 or 5, I assume. It was something. And Agata gave me a chance to write. And I was like, okay, I have to be very scientific, all my experiment. And Agata is like, no, you write whatever you feel your heart out and start writing. And this is where I dramatically plot all the experiments, and it started like from the sunset when the sun is rising with a melodic heart. So then I got to know, oh, I got the skills too. So yes, storytelling, I got the skills from Noel, and thank you so much for the chance. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We all agree with that. She is a great storyteller, but at the same time, she also passed the baton to us and pushes more to also explore what's within us. To like I am the moderator in this panel session. I asked like whatever I can do to help you, and I would like to have an opportunity, and she gave me one. And I knew that I had loved doing this, but it has been years. I did this in my engineering, and after 9 years of my experience in my job, here I am doing this again. So it's all about how you take the opportunity and how you make the most of it, but most importantly, enjoying it. So definitely, yes. Over to you, Nasir.
Yeah, so this is one of the topics I can talk about all day. Like most of my work is related to outreaches, especially the underprivileged areas of Pakistan. So last year we conducted one of the biggest space outreaches in Pakistan. And if you're familiar with the space outreaches, and you might have heard this thing, there's space for everyone in space. But when we were going out to the underprivileged areas, the schools, like the students didn't have the basic luxuries to get education, and we were telling them there's space for everyone in space. Like they were like, okay, but we'll have to grow to a certain age, like we have to go to university, then we'll be able to do or maybe contribute something in space. But with the analogs, they could participate while they're still young. So if they cannot go out, if they have access to internet, they can participate in analogs virtually, and they might be doing the same things their heroes once did, and Neil Armstrong did in 1969. So this gives them the opportunity to do the same things they wish to do later in the year. So it gives them a good head start, a stepping stone to get started into the world and contribute to any field they would like through the analogs.
Very well point added. Yeah, it really is. All my young astronauts, analog astronauts here as well. They are really doing a very good job, and they are also setting an example for others to look at them and also take steps forward. Over to you, Evelyn.
So I think like public outreach is a key, because before joining an analog mission, I didn't know what it's about. I never heard of it in Poland. That was organized in Poland. So when I joined, and after my mission, I was telling people, yeah, I joined analog mission, and they were like, analog mission? What is it? And I was telling them about it, and they were really interested in that, and they were asking where can I apply or something. So I think that many people may be interested, but they don't know about it. And also during my interview for a job interview, I was asked about that, and my interviewer said, analog mission. So was it with analog devices? And I was like, no, 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 it was completely different. I mean, we could use analog devices, but it's not what it seems to for some people. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree. But like I was working with my product owners and managers and CEOs, and they're like, "So you are an astronaut now?" I'm like, "No, no, not even close." But yes, I'm going towards it. I'm walking towards it. So people don't know until you make them familiar, and that's why outreach is very important. Yeah, Inia.
Yeah, I think I experienced the same Rexona and Priyanka because I go to schools and universities to do outreach programs. And when I go inside and they'll be like, oh, look at there's an astronaut. And I will be like, I want to go to Mars, but maybe I will be going to Mars one day, but I was like, I'm an analog astronaut. I'm not an astronaut yet. And they will be like, can I take a picture with you? Oh my gosh. And I also have some close friends. They were like, I really want to be an analog astronaut, but they really don't know how to go, like how to ask. And I think doing our outreach program is also like important to inspire and motivate others. And yeah.
Yeah, I would like to point this out. Like Nasir mentioned in the chat, he said, loved how Inia's eyes light up when talking about it. And as I said to Roxana as well, we have that light in us, and our dreams are bigger than, not bigger than anyone, but it's like it's big enough for us to light it up. Because everyone in their childhood wanted to be an astronaut, and they really look into your eyes when you say that. Um, Hannah, yeah.
Yeah, and speaking about big dreams and lighting up eyes, etc. Coming from a very small country, Armenia, we don't have a space agency, by the way. We have nothing actually like space related. So actually, kids in school, they do not even think that one day they can become an astronaut or they can even like be involved in space. So that's why, in my opinion, like going to schools and to like especially like elementary schools, you know, talking to kids or kindergartens even is like really really important because you are planting a seed which like maybe one day they won't even like pursue space or they will become a lawyer, I don't know, or maybe they will become a space lawyer. um, so that's why, in my opinion, it's also really important to go and target like the smallest generation, like the new generation, alpha generation, because they are our future, and we need to give them these ideas and show them that even from small countries that you cannot even point on the map, you can like be part of the space, and space is for everyone. It's not only for like the giants in the world.
Definitely. When I was last year, when I was in ESA Open Days, this year I was there as well. So last year it was my first time. I was standing in front of the headquarters and I was literally crying, happy tears, of course, because it took me 30 years of my life to just be in front of a space agency headquarters and stand there, and I could feel it. I could really feel it, and I was tearing up. But when I saw this 2 year, 3 year, 4 year old kid around me running around doing missions to get those badges and to take part in different booths and trying to understand scientific things, I was like, oh, this is something which these kids can also understand. I was jealous, but I was happy at the same time that they could get this opportunity right now. and they can think of it as a career option as well. So yeah, I totally agree what you mentioned, Hannah, and I feel like you are already putting Armenia on the map, and one day you will have a space agency for you in the Armenia, for your kids in the Armenia as well, for sure. Roxana, yes. You are on mute, Roxana. Sorry.
Just wanted to add it on that, the fact that you just mentioned everyone dreamed to be an astronaut when he was young. No, I add on what Hannah said. I've never, ever even knew what an astronaut was before becoming an adult. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I learned that a Romanian was in space. I was 30 already, and I'm coming from Romania. So it's not something that I would envisage when I was young. But what's important nowadays is that whatever age you have, now you can envisage it. Now you can dream about it. Today, outreach is there to reach out and say everyone can do it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well, because I knew I wanted to be an astronaut, but I thought that it's long gone dream. But because of the outreach and different places and different details that people add, as every dream has no age, analog astronaut or astronaut also has no age, is what I learned. So yeah, it's better late than never. So it's fine. Over to you, Celia.
For me, everything is the same, but also for me, it's important at the school that the kids learn that this not this style of life, that the life could be very different. And then we are part of the Earth. And then when people is asking me, where are you from? I'm from planet Earth. And I think this is the point, that the kids had a different concept, no? And then when I want to go, no, I want to go in the outside, and it says possible, because you are in your concept is also a different type of priorities or imagination or things. And then I think it's very important that we are talking about it and how we can transfer this information to kids in a different way that we are doing now at the school.
Yeah. Over to you, Agatha.
Let me share also my feelings. I never imagined that I will think about astronautics. And when I became analog astronaut, I saw so many things to develop in myself. And I really discovered how much people can gain just being an analog astronaut. And now I want to share this practical, experience to kids, to youth, to my students, because it really is changing your life, your lifestyle. You are more healthy, more happy. Everything is changing.
Yes, and thank you so much for also providing us with the platform like Analog Astronaut Training Center, because of which we could also train and make this information available to everyone around our community as well. Over to you, Jakob.
Thank you. So, of course, I agree with all of you. So, thank you for your insights and on your points of view, because you have plenty of experience, specifically speaking not only about space but also about outreach. So, I also follow you, and that's really cool that we are all going towards your dreams. Also, we have to not only work on educating about space sector and on how to become an astronaut, but also on what it takes to become an astronaut. Because actually, to become an astronaut, you have to develop much skills, not only technical but also soft skills. So I say that even if I'm not astronaut in the future, it will be still a great adventure, and I will learn a lot. So not only about myself, but about people, about world, etc. So I think that we have also to educate on why we want to go to space and why we do anything about the space sector, so we can grow also here on Earth.
100%, 100% agree with it. Thank you so much for adding this point, Jakob. Now that I see we have 3 minutes left, I have one question And we also need to summarize this panel. So Agatha, you take the you take the decision here. But the question is quite well. So what I think we can do is we can maybe summarize, and then we can have an open discussion about the last question, because it's gonna be a lot of information in that. What do you think, Agatha?
Okay, so let's summarize because this is fast. Thank you everybody for attending this panel. And I'm very curious about the question.
Yes, the question that we have is that how can universities, because I feel like this can also be a conclusion for this Learning on the Edge panel. So the question is, how can universities, schools, and analog facilities collaborate more effectively? Yes, over to you, panelists. Okay, Jakub, go ahead.
So when it comes to my point of view on this question, I think that we have plenty of people that are interested in space, many researchers and brilliant people that really want to contribute, but they think that space sector is inaccessible for them. It's closed and it's like only a bunch of people that are going into it. And that's not true. And I realized it this year, also going for my mission and also becoming involved in a Polish Space Agency. And like for me, it was also like eye-opening experience. So, okay, maybe I'm not perfect, maybe I don't know much yet, but still I want to get into the space sector, and I have this energy that gives me this inspiration to drive towards the goal. Also, I have many mentors, many people along my way that help me to do it. So I think that we have to educate and also to bring space to people also, so they know that the space is accessible and that every scientific discipline will be needed up there.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for the perspective, Jakub. Over to you, Roxana.
Already, thank you. So for me, it's already on. My involvement with AATC is the proof of it. I represent my engineering school in France. I'm an ambassador for high schoolers to encourage girls, especially, to come towards STEM and to integrate scientific fields. I give myself as an example. I have a PhD in chemistry and I teach space mechanics, and I deal with space science projects for analog missions. I'm like trying to build awareness for the environment and the actions that the reactions that our actions have on our Earth. And I like to say that we are all passengers, all of us passengers of our spacecraft, that's Earth, and whom we are traveling in this beautiful solar system and in our galaxy, because we don't have another spacecraft to do it. So yes, we are all actors of this collaboration. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Roxana. Agatha, I think this is our last panel, so let's extend a little bit and let's give everyone the stage. Do you agree with it? Okay. Over to you, Celia.
For me, is introduce in the school the assignment space studies, adequate for every age, and also this STEM, scientific, technological, engineering, maths, and adequate to the groups, and psychological, more in the sense a very light psychology. But I would love to do this, that people are more aware what means.
That's a really good point, because I never thought like psychology on a lighter level can also be a part of a younger generation, like at the young age, but it would really help them understand from psychology perspective as well if you add that in education. Yeah, fair point. Over to you, Upasana.
Okay. For me, I have just two basic points to make. But before that, I would say that this analog facilities or analog missions gain research depth, whereas the university where we are planning to collaborate give you the operational context. So this is where I say the transitional learning loop from hypothesis to habitat and to back to academia. So this can be done in the university level when we co-develop some payload-based student missions where real analog habitats can test the prototype, which basically talks about the biological bioreactors, or maybe as I am into biologists, I mostly talk about that. But yeah, any type of prototype, I don't know, in robotics or electronics or whatever it is. And this system designed by the academics teams, both entities are benefits in this way. So even the university is getting benefited and the mission. The first thing is this. Second thing is, as I said, it should be a cause and effect. So it has to be in simultaneous way. If it is happening in the same time, in the real time data, and just to advocate on that, if it is possible to make it a open share data or open share repository so everyone can get access of it, and creating a global network, a classroom in confinement. So that's how it should be better one. Thank you.
Maybe we can make a project out of it later on, and also do an outreach together with INI and other analog astronauts in India.
We can
You never know.
definitely do that.
Yeah. Over to you, Nasir.
Yeah, I'll add to the what Apsana said recently. So we don't have the facility yet, but we're not relying entirely on the facility, so that once we have the facility, we'll start working on it. So we are currently collaborating with a university, and there we have like a team of students. So we have three research areas. One is the engineering team. So these students, these interns, they're working how to build a habitat that would work on Mars. How would the life support system would be like? So these people are actually in real time studying the same thing, like then discussing in a weekly calls, like what this is what I read, this is what I've seen. Our second research area is human factors in psychology, like how people would interact with each other in the isolated environment while going to Mars. So like these are psychology students. They're actually implementing their real knowledge, the real things that they're studying in university on a practical thing, which is like how we'll go to space. And the third area is definitely the satellite communication. So these are the students. We are collaborating with them, and we have this one space, we call it analog in a classroom. So where we get together and discuss our ideas. Okay, this is our progress and so forth. So like I feel like the schools and colleges could start right away and like working on an actual technology without relying on going to the analogs.
Very well point
I mean,
added,
that's not a
Nasir.
bad thing. I would say like it's a good thing that they can get started, and it will raise more awareness and have that.
I totally agree with that, because I feel like, yes, you're an analog astronaut, but it will take time for you to understand and learn new ideas and new things at the same time. So it's no harm to collaborate with different universities who has already done that before, and then you can use that information and their experiments together with your knowledge and the outreach to make a collaboration and get the results. Because at the end, all we need is a conclusion for the experiments that we are thinking of. So there is no harm in collaborating and using information or sharing information with each other, because we have the same goal. So it's like win-win situation. So yeah, I totally agree with that, Nasir. Over to you, Hannah.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to talk about like a little bit issue slash problem, something that I noticed that although we offer the university schools the opportunity to go and do the research, we actually need the research in order to make the analog mission to happen, right? But sometimes universities and schools do not have the idea what will analog mission give them. And I would love to point out, like, for example, as a robotics engineering student, my university, by the way, is not related to space at all. But my thesis is related to space. It's about Mars rover. So when I wanted to find a supervisor for this, it was really hard because everyone was like, no, we are not doing this. We don't have like the people who are really into this and they are interested and they have the knowledge, etc. So first of all, I think we also need to establish what analog missions are giving to researchers. If we talk about like technical point of view, there's this thing called TLR, the technological readiness level. And analog missions are a really great way to increase your technological readiness level because, for example, if you're creating rover, for example. You can use that rover in analog mission, which will first of all give you like some human robot interaction, understanding what's liking and what you can improve. And also you can like test terrains and like do many things, like use robotic arms, etc. And I think if we establish like clearly what analog missions can give to researchers, and not only in technological discipline, also like psychology, like 9 people living together in a habitat enclosed for a month, like for example this scenario, like when can you find it, but not in analog mission, right? So if we give the researchers understanding what their research will get from the analog missions, I think researchers will be more interested to collaborate and bring their research to analog facilities.
I would like to add one more point here with what Hannah mentioned. I think I found my missing piece from what you mentioned, that we should also let researchers know that what will they get out of this analog mission research. And I think that was the missing block that I was struggling with, because I have this, I don't know how beautiful this idea is, but I am also working on a startup idea. And I reached out, or I searched for a lot of people who can help me with different research and different areas, but I think it was more of what I need to do in my analog mission is what my mindset was. But I think from another point of view, which you mentioned, that we should also let them know what it's is there for, which will make them also interested in this work that I am sharing with, or having a collaboration. So it's like a two-way street where they also get the information and conclusions out of what they are looking forward to. So thank you so much. I think I'm going to use that for my experiments forward. Thank you so much. Yeah, Agatha.
Sorry for bothering you, but I wanted to add that the best way to convince researchers to come to your habitat, to your analog missions, are publications. So you have a strong, list of hard publications and hard evidence that this can be used by researchers, and there is no other option. We really need to take care of the quality of analog mission and to publish. And then nobody will laugh at us that this is just a game, holiday, whatever, a theater. Thank you for bringing this. Once we have our publications, everything will defend.
Yeah, this is also the second point why I haven't reached out to a lot of people about my startup, because I lack publication. I have my job experience, but a bachelor's degree and not master's. No experience in research, but I have a research mindset, and which is why I'm not stopping right there. I'm going to go forward with this mindset. And yes, I will come up with a publication that you mentioned, Agatha, because I feel like that really makes a big point. And even if I was in their shoe, I would do the same, because then it looks that how serious you are, and it also makes you work towards it. So thank you so much. Looking at the time, I think we did a good job because we started 10 minutes late, so it's perfect. Let us know if anyone wants to add any other point. I think I take it as a no. So here, Nasir mentioned that let's pause for a pic at the end. I will give AATC a shout out for sure. Also, I would like to add one more point here, that we would be using this recording to add it and publish it on our AATC YouTube channel, where we also published lectures from very intelligent people out here. And I really loved every session that they have hosted. So we would be posting this panel session there as well. So it will be available for everyone. And I would request to you, everyone, to maybe I'll send an email already. You can share a picture of you. I'm thinking of making it as a poster, which we can use for our outreach on LinkedIn, which was a beautiful idea given to us by Girinath. So I will like to implement that. So yeah, Nasir, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so
Should we take a screenshot, or how
yeah,
should we do it?
yeah, on a count of 3, pose for a picture. I'm going to take a screenshot and a picture from my phone as well. So yeah,
Okay.
on a count of 3, like 1, 2, and 3. Pose now. That was very formal. You could do something else like.
I thought I
Yeah.
was being weird.
Yeah, let's try again on a count of 3. 1,
Okay.
2, and 3. Perfect. This
Thank
is
you
good.
so much.
And
Thank you so
yeah,
much. Thank you so much.
it was wonderful being here. And thank you guys for all the insights you have. Learned a lot from you all guys, and looking forward to collaborate with all of you again.
Also, on that note, thank you so much, everyone. We really had a good session, and thanks to you all, we had a successful panel session, concluded it very well. And we are really looking forward, Agatha, at you for having more such sessions where we can collaborate and share our knowledges and also work together. So yeah, thank you so much. On behalf of our AATC Space Conference organizing committee, I would really thank you all for having us here. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure, really, to see you all here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank
And
you.
really looking forward to meet everyone physically, maybe in some other collaboration next year or something, if you're making it in person. Looking forward to
Colony
it.
2. Colony 2 is waiting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Have a nice
Bye
day.
bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Gata, it's like so pleasure to meet you again. Oh, okay, she left.
It's fine. I will forward your message to her. Thank you so much.
Sure, nice meeting you all. Bye.
Nice meeting you all. Bye.
Bye bye.